So this is how you light the fire, or how we light the fire in our house. So you have three basic sizes of wood. You have the kind of quarter logs, which is what mostly we burn. Then you have some smaller kindling, and then we have some even smaller kindling. Okay, so you have the bigger logs at the back, you have the small kindling for lighting the fire, not to be used for burning, just for lighting, and then the even smaller kindling out there by the chimney. Here you also have the lighter, okay, and the fire lighters are here. You will also have a bucket. So when you open the fireplace, it will be used from the night before. I generally just pack down the ash, and then normally at the front there's stuff that's very burnt down, so we take that out completely and put it in the bucket. I've already done that because this is the second time I filmed this video, but I leave about this much ash in because it's always got a bit of coals in the bottom, and it just makes a nice bed for the first layer of wood. So I find 2 bits of wood that make a flat bed like this, you see? Yep. And then I get 2 of the, or 3 of the very small bits of kindling and make a little bed like this. Okay. If they're very small, you can get just another piece and there. Okay. So now we take 2 firelighters and put them at the back, and then get the lighter and light them. It's very important to put the firelighters at the back and not at the front. If you put them at the front, all the smoke starts coming out the door. You can see the door is black here from some previous people that were here that weren't lighting it properly, and the smoke was coming out the front. Important also to open this window. You can open it all the way if you want, or just open it to 3/4. Yeah, so that's at like 2 o'clock. That's a little bit open, lets air in. Okay, so we light the 2 firelighters. Very important again to light it at the back, not at the front. Hopefully you can see that properly. Oh, we got major infinity going on here. Okay. And so now you take, you have to lie down so that you can see this properly. So now we take bits of smaller kindling, well, bigger, sorry, and place it in here. Always leave a bit of a gap, and then the flames can get through. Yeah. And it takes off nicely. So this isn't a normal fireplace, so we don't make fire in a normal way. I find this way works very well for us. And now we get another few pieces from over here. Put that there, and that there. And now you can start with the bigger pieces of wood, trying to go from small to big again, so trying to find some smaller ones of these kind of half quarter logs, and going up from there. Yeah, and that one in there, and then we just keep on going. Then you can go to the bigger logs as you're going up. That is probably as big. That is probably as big as you want in there. No bigger than that. Okay. You see, in it goes. No, it's a bit too big. doesn't need to be that perfect, but you see there is so you can see there is a gap, bit of a gap at the top, yeah, and then it just starts burning. Then on the front of this door there's this little latch or hatch that always stays open, and then now we just leave the door open until a little bit later. You'll see a little bit later the fire really starts to roar, and then you can close the door. So about 5 or 10 minutes have passed and the door is still open, as you can see. So when in doubt, just as Leah's inspecting it for us, just leave it open. But then once it's going well, you can just close the door. Yeah. And this down here always stays fully open. You never close it. So you want this fire to run full blast always. So you want it to burn as fast as possible. Okay. Yep, that's it. Leah, careful, it can get hot. So then you'll let that burn down, and then in a minute I'll show you when it's a little bit lower, we will fill it up again. Yeah?
Fill it up again.
Careful, Leah. So this is how it burns normally. So don't worry, because that's not what a normal fire looks like. It's not normally this violent as such. But so we just keep this always open, and it burns like this. So about 45 minutes have passed, and you can see now it's burnt down to like that. So it's time to put on another batch. So we just open it, just squash this down a little bit. Careful, it's very hot obviously in there. And I told you there were only 3 different bits of wood, but there are in fact 4. So we have these kind of random half bits which are perfect for using for a second load, and you just chuck them in whichever way they fit. Careful, it's hot in there. That one's not very good, but anyway, you get the idea. So just chuck them in, close the door, and off it goes. So once this is down to just coals, you can just close the little trap door and walk away. You'd probably want to wait a little bit longer than this. Maybe another hour or so till the coals have burnt down. It's just I've got to finish the video before I leave. But always remember to close the door when it's almost finished, just because otherwise the chimney keeps on pulling air through, and so it will pull hot air out of the house and cold air into the house through the windows. Okay, so you just close that off, and that's it. Nothing else to do.